Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, here's an interesting thing that I wanted to look at, which is Thorne. What do we think of Thorne? He's obviously from the Season 1 crop of heroes, like this whole defense is, except for Onatel, and he's not well regarded. You can see him filming 2 videos in a row. I just came across this team, filling my chest, and was like, what do we think about Thorne? So before I say anything, what do you think? Feel free to pause the video and leave a comment, or just think to yourself, but look at what you see here and tell me what you think. Okay, so here's what I think. Pretty good defensive stats. Anything over 900 for a tank is solid, and he's a paladin, so that has the potential to go up by 25% chance to get 25% more defense, and so 25% more here would be like 230 or something like that, which makes for a huge defense stat. The HP is on the lower side, and that's because he's still a that's still because he is a God, I can't find the word I want. Season 1 hero. So when his costume comes out, which hopefully they're only going to do one more batch of costumes and they don't split it up to 2 or 3 more, but I think I counted and there's like 20 something heroes left without a costume. So anyways, these stats are going to go up. You're going to see 10% more HP, which is going to be 140, which is pretty good. That'll bring him up to like 1600. I don't know what. They probably took the full defense path because that attack stat is kind of hilariously low. Defense is going to go up by 5%, which will be a little less than 50, if I'm doing my mental math correct. So that's just evaluating his defensive capabilities, but 480% hit is pretty good, and it's about half to the flanks. So that's another. So it's kind of like doing 2 hits of 480% is basically what his total damage output is. I can't talk. What his total damage output is. He actually hits pretty hard. He's one of those heroes that people are like, Thorne, he sucks, and they're sort of right in a way. He could be better, but he hits pretty hard. So I want to raid this team with a green team, just to show what his hit is, and then we all can imagine what his costume is gonna be. And he's one of the ones that, because he just does purely damage, I think it's completely unpredictable what they're going to add to this. I don't think they'll just boost his damage. I think they're going to give him some other function. So we'll have to wait and see what that is. But let's go after this with my temporary green team. I can't figure out what I want this team to be, but okay. Perfect. No greens into the tank. All right, take the blue diamond. Got no buffs across this entire team though, except for Onatel's Spirit Link. Whoops, I was not paying attention to what the strength of that hit was, but you have the benefit of just being able to go back and look at that again. Oh, there is a buff up. So he hits pretty hard. Obviously, we haven't hit him with any green, so I'm going to have to rematch this team to try and see how many green tiles it would take to take him out with a pretty average upper tier 3-2 type setup. All right, little peek on Frigg as well. So 5 tiles on the board, pretty average. That makes her damage. I used to remember this, but That makes her damage 190%. Right? 50. Yeah. 190%, which I think makes her tied as the strongest AoE hitter in the game. But she has a better attack stat than Catelyn, who is the, let's see, non-costume Catelyn. Costume Catelyn hits for 170, non-costume Catelyn hits for 190. But her other effect, this defensive down, which is going to be 28%, is much stronger than the effect that costume Catelyn gives, in my opinion. So with no attack boost, 28% defense down, costume bonus Lyanna hits for probably 900. 3 short of 900. Wow. And even blue's killed. Oops, I need to rematch. Okay, so let's see how many greens it takes on this guy. If I can get some freaking greens here. There we go. All right, so 3 greens, no critical hits. So 5 green tiles would kill him with a decent 3-2 stack. I guess this is probably... So I'm thinking when I called this an above average team or an average team, I think I called it an average team. I was referring to like what you would expect to see in high level diamond rating. Obviously, if you're in different arenas, this strength is going to change drastically, but you're probably not going to see a maxed emblemed, what's his name? Thorne in those arenas anyways. But I think this is above average because I have plus 10 on 2 of my greens and a costume bonus on the other, so that's pretty solid. Let's let him hit again and see if we can still overcome this. All right. So he did 772 to the secondary target. I think that was the secondary target. No, it might have been that. Yeah, Ariel was the primary target because otherwise, if it was Frigg, what's his name? Finley would have gotten hit as well. So 772 to the primary and probably mid 300s to the other. So yeah, I guess without the costume, which we don't know what it'll be yet, he's not super appealing. Poor Thorne. Maybe someday he'll get his day. Okay, so now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're already maxed. So maxed Frigg. As much as 400. So high 300s, low 400s for the really weak defenses. 829 with troops and defense bonus. And then everyone's got minus 44% defense. So pretty sure Lyanna can kill any one of these heroes. Obviously an attack buff would be the best thing. I don't think blue has any attack buffers, and I don't think that green does either. So this team is sort of temporary in my opinion at the moment because I can't figure out who to use. Okay, so let's... Got no buffs up, so that'll be a kill 100%. 984 for Kingston on offense is very good, and I am pretty sure Lyanna can take out... Nope. Onitel is a very tanky hero. I don't think he'll take her out either. Oh, he did. Wow. That was as much as Kingston. That's amazing. How did that happen? 445 and 385. Okay, and then a follow-up shot from Frigg. We'll do 485. So it doesn't go up by a huge amount. But also it wasn't maxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Close to maxed. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Must be allergic to something. Okay, so I wanted to look at Thorne. I thought he'd be better than he was going into it, and I think that's because his attack stat is so low that his snipe really suffers. So one way, I think the best way to increase the strength of a snipe is by increasing the percentage, because only adding 20% is, potentially adding 1 to not quite 200, but is adding more than 100, whereas upping his attack stat by 100 is not going to add that much to the snipe. I'm pretty sure that's true, based on how the damage calculation works. So giving him a buff to his attack would be nice. I'm not sure how they're going to rebalance his stats, but he's definitely a more defensive-oriented hero, so I could see them keeping his attack low and just giving him an additional defensive capability. So we'll have to see. Hopefully those things come out soon. I will cover them as soon as I see them available. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.